Hey, what's going on, ladies? We're going to be starting in 5 minutes. Just jumping on early. Got my board here today. So, wherever you're from, just drop it in the comments below when we get started, yeah? I'm just saying out some messages reminding persons to jump on. We're going to be keeping this thing up tonight. I'm going to be going full speed ahead. Let's talk weight loss. That's what we're going to be talking tonight. Let's talk weight loss, right? There's so much questions about weight loss, so we're going to be talking that tonight. There we go. All right, let me put this phone on silent. Make sure that you have no distractions once we get started. All right, so let's roll. Facebook user, good night. How are you doing? It just shows up as Facebook user. If you don't click that StreamYard button in the comments, then I don't see your name. Yeah. So good night, everyone. Welcome to our show, FitMa. We are here tonight, another episode. We got some stuff about to jump into. I want to share that with you guys. And again, some things I'm learning as I'm doing these coaching, as I'm doing these workout programs. I'm learning so much now that I'm teaching than I did when I was just like in the background, right? So I got some stuff here to share with you guys tonight. Help you to understand weight loss, some things you can do to speed it up and also to break past whatever challenges you're having in your weight loss journey, right? So go ahead, let's get this thing lined up tonight. Let's jump on. Let's get this thing moving. Once 8 o'clock hits, I'm going to start because I got to keep it on time, all the time, right? So where are you from? Drop it in the comments below. I just see one person just said good night. I'm not even sure who is in the house tonight, but let's just get this thing rolling. And for all of you who sent in your requests yesterday, thank you very much. We prayed for them in church. It was a really interesting session. I really enjoyed it. It really rocked. And again, thank you all. Last minute notice, but you all participated. So your prayer request went up. I'm sure that you're happy to know that. So let's get this thing rolling, right? And that's something I think we're going to have to do more pray and fast. Because a lot of us already fast. So why not multiply the efforts and add prayer to it, right? So that's something we're going to be doing more often moving forward. But right about now, we're going to be getting ready to start the FitMa show. We got 4 minutes to roll, and then we're going to be kicking this thing off. Yeah, we're going to be talking weight loss now. Weight loss. Got some interesting stuff here for you guys tonight. All right, so while we're doing that, let me just take a look and see what's going on here. See where my peeps at. Right, great. And the good thing is that this is recorded, so you can always go back and look at it. Right, all right, cool, sweet. Lovely. 2 minutes to go, and we're going to be starting this thing off. Yeah, we should have some like backup music here. Let me see if I have any music on my phone we can play while we wait, like interim music. Let's see what we got here. Man, don't tell me anything got no music, really. Maybe y'all gotta send me some music, yeah? Alright, let's just roll what we have here. 2 minutes to go. Woo! Let me see if I can find a YouTube beat. Alright, now we're jumping. Alright, everybody's jumping on now. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Good stuff. Good night, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, now we do 1 minute to go. We're gonna be starting this thing off. Woo! And kicking this show off the chain, man. Got some stuff here for y'all tonight. Alright. So, I believe we are coming to the top of the hour. So, good night, everyone. Welcome to the FitMa show every Sunday night here on Facebook, also on YouTube. I am your host, Jason Craig, female weight loss coach, and my goal is to help you, mothers and wives, regain control of your body so you can look and feel comfortable in your own skin. Now, in tonight's episode, we're going to be talking weight loss, and specifically what weight loss approach is best, because there's so much things out there. There's counting calories, there's intermittent fasting, there is HIIT workout, there is keto, and everybody's probably wondering, okay, so of all these, which one of these are the most effective? And that's what we're going to be looking at tonight. And before we actually jump in there, let me know in the comments below where you're signing in from. I'd like to know where my audience is coming in from, so that we can give you a special shout out as we move forward with this show. Now, this show tonight is going to be moving forward at full speed ahead. Not going to be wasting too much time with the preliminaries because I want to get in some stuff and get y'all off to bed. right? I'm trying not to keep the shows past 8:40 because I know you guys have to prepare for work tomorrow. Some of you are just getting off work, so I have to be considerate of that fact, right? So that's what I'm saying. We're gonna be kicking this thing off really, really fast. So in the comments below, let me know where you are signing in from, and then we're gonna kick this show off. Let me just make one more check. Make sure all of my peeps got the message, and then we are going to be rolling this thing. All right, so here we go. Let's do this thing. So when it comes to weight loss, the questions we always hear is, which is better? Should I be doing intermittent fasting? Should I be doing keto? Should I be counting calories, right? Should I be working out HIIT? Should I be working out early morning? Should I be working out late evening? Is it safe to use supplements? All of these are different types of questions we get when we are doing our weight loss coaching. I want to show you all something here tonight. When it comes to anything, most of us here are cooks, right? There is always the core recipe, the basic recipe, and then you can add on to that. But you cannot build upon no foundation. So that's where, in the case of cooking, you have a basic recipe and then you can build on that. If you have nothing, then you have nowhere with which to start. And that's the same approach we're going to take when it comes to weight loss. There is a basic foundation, which I'm going to lay out here, and then you're going to build on top of that, right? So when it comes to losing weight, let me turn this thing like a balance, right? So this is my pivot point right here, right? There it is right there. So everybody familiar with a seesaw. You live in the Caribbean, you must know what a seesaw is, right? So on this side, let me just put calories in. On that side, calories out, right? Everybody's familiar with that. So on a seesaw, there is either one side can either be up and the other side must be down. Both sides can be up, right? Yeah, keep that in mind. So at a basic level, when it comes to weight loss, basic level, if you're taking in more calories than you're burning, then you are going to gain weight, right? If you are burning more calories than you are taking in, then you are going to lose weight at a basic level. So with this basic formula in mind, let's bring in all of the other things. We have things like intermittent fasting, right? We got things like keto diet. We got things like HIIT. What else we got? We got counting calories. We got supplements like we spoke about last week. Now, you have to look at all of these different things as tools. Get that? These here are all tools to accomplishing the main thing, which is creating such a great disparity between your calories in and out that you actually lose weight if that is your goal. So let's take intermittent fasting for example. When you intermittent fast, there's a set time in the day that you eat, and then outside of that, you put your body in a fasted state. Now, right off the bat, when you do intermittent fasting, you guys are going to notice this, that immediately your calories ingested is going to be greatly reduced. You're going to reduce automatically the amount of calories you ingest. Because you have a window to eat, most of us are going to automatically take in less food. And the longer you intermittent fasting, the greater will be your ability to go longer without food. So if normally you would have had breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a couple of snacks in between, now that you're intermittent fasting, you are going to reduce a couple of those. And off the bat, every time you reduce a meal, your calories in is going to go down, which means your calories out is going to go up. And when the scale tilts this way, then you are going to experience fat burn, right? Intermittent fasting, that's a tool. Keto. Doing the keto diet, it's a similar thing, right? Because now you are eating foods that are reduced in carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are going to be really down. Most of the foods are going to be in fats and proteins. And what you're going to find happening, because of the nature of ketosis, when your body enters into ketosis, you are going to be able to maintain longer periods of food. Your body is also going to be trained to become more fat adaptive, which means it's going to be able to be more efficient at burning fat. On top of that, there's only so much fat that you can eat. Your satiety, meaning that you are going to feel more satisfied. So you have satisfaction going up, you have the cravings for food going down, you have carbohydrates going down, and as a result, your calories in is going to go down, which means your calories out is going to be increased, which means your scale is going to be tilted this way, right? HIIT, same thing. When you hit, the HIIT actually tilts the scale by affecting this side. And let me put it this way, right? Let me just switch it around, right? So let me put HIIT. I just want to draw it this way just to demonstrate something. Intermittent fasting, keto. What else do we have? Intermittent fasting, keto, right? Right. So counting calories, yeah, we did that. Now, this is the thing, right? You are going to either be affecting one or both of this side of the seesaw. So if you just join us, we're talking about the weight loss here. And we're looking at the basic formula. It is like a seesaw. If your calories in go down and your calories out remain this, well, yes, your calories in go down, the scale is going to tilt this way and you're going to burn fat, right? So this, if this one is heavy, you're dropping your calories in, scale is going to tilt this way, your body's going to burn fat. Your calories out go up, again, this one goes down, it's going to burn fat. Now let me show you how what happens, right? So the intermittent fasting automatically affects your calorie in by reducing it. So it brings that down, you go into fat burning. Ketosis, as I just described, also helps with bringing your calories ingested down because you're going to feel satisfied longer. The foods you're eating is primarily fats, which produces that hormone leptin, which is a satiety hormone. So you're going to feel satisfied. You're going to be able to go longer without food because your insulin levels, especially when you're in ketosis, are going to be more balanced, which is going to take down those hunger cravings. And as a result, you are going to eat less. Again, bringing the calories down. Counting calories, of course, just like the name sounds, because you are now tracking your calories, you're obviously going to maintain a lower calorie intake. Now, when it comes to HIIT, right? HIIT does not so much affect the calories in, it actually affects the calories out. So HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. And if you're familiar with this style of training, it's a short training cycle, high burst of energy in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but you would expend more energy than if you did a brisk walking for an hour. And what HIIT does, HIIT increases your calories out. And of course, so if we affect this one, we push it this way, then of course the scale is going to tilt. And if you guys keep this scale like this at like the base of your memory, it's going to make a lot more sense. The intermittent fasting, the ketosis, the calorie counting brings your calories in down. Pulling the scale this way, right? And of course, you're going to burn fat. The HIIT pushes your calories out up, pushing the scale this way, right? So when you start to cut stuff out, right, let's cut everything out. This is our body in a balance. Let me make it balanced because it doesn't look balanced there, right? We try and draw a straight line. Forgive my drawing, guys, right? So this is balance. So the calories in, the calories out are balanced. Your body is neither gaining weight, nor is your body losing weight. This is a balanced state. Whichever direction you want to go, you have to affect that side. As we discussed, intermittent fasting, all of these affect this side by pulling the calories in down. Right? So you reduce your calories in. As a result, the scale goes this way. And let me put it this way, right? Let me get a next marker right here. So this here, this side, if the scale tilts to this side, this is the fat burn side. And this side is fat storage. So if we're trying to burn fat, we want to tilt the scale this way. If we're trying to gain muscle, gain weight, we're going to tilt the scale this way. All of the tools, intermittent fasting, supplementation, HIIT, calorie counting. Our goal with doing these things is to tilt the scale that way. So is HIIT better than intermittent fasting? It depends. None of these are, in the true sense, better than the other, right? These are all tools. Just like you're going to build a building. You're going to build, let's say we're going to build a desk, right? We can build that desk with a handsaw. We can build it with a power saw. We can get other people hired and help us to build it. And all these are different tools. Now, eventually it will be built. The only difference is the time frame, right? And what these things like intermittent fasting, HIIT, ketosis, even plant-based eating, all these are tools to use in your weight loss arsenal or your weight loss journey, right? So the more things or the more tools you add in your weight loss journey, the faster you're going to get there. The less tools you use, the longer it's going to take, right? Split point simple, point blank. So ketosis doesn't beat intermittent fasting. Now we're talking about fat loss, right? We're not talking about overall health benefits. Ketosis doesn't beat intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting doesn't beat HIIT. They are all tools to be used at your disposal, right? At a basic level, when you just start out, I always recommend persons at least start with some level of time-restricted eating. Because here is why I recommend that. This is your day, right? This is a day. Let's call it a 24-hour day. This right here is a 24-hour day. Most of us wake up at about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Let's say we have breakfast by about 7 a.m. When you eat, your blood sugar levels is going to spike, right? Depending on what you eat, especially. Maybe at 10 o'clock again, we might have another meal or a snack. Blood sugar levels spike. Maybe 12 to 1, we may have something else. Blood sugar levels spike. On our way home from work, we have something else. Blood sugar levels spike. And then when we come home for dinner, we got something else and our blood sugar spike. Now, if it's the weekend and we've got like a movie night, maybe we'll have popcorn, blood sugar levels spike. Now, here's the thing. Every time your blood sugar levels spike, your body has to release something called insulin. The goal of insulin is to, at a primary level, control the blood sugar levels. Because if the blood sugar levels remain elevated in your blood for too long, or in your body for too long, it could be toxic, it could be dangerous. So insulin helps to bring this blood sugar back down. Here's the tricky part. Imagine this is what you are doing for the last 30 years of your life. The last 40 years of your life. This has been your eating habits. When you start to enter into the menopausal age, 40, 45, 50, you're going to start to find that you are becoming insulin resistant. You are becoming pre-diabetic. And here's the reason. Your body is just spiking every time you eat, right? Think of it this way. Y'all, everybody here familiar with well, you guys have probably heard it, like drug addicts, right? Most drug addicts die from overdose for this reason. Here's the reason. The first time they use drugs, or the first time they use drug, they probably just need this bit, and it gives them a high, right? And then they chase that high again. However, the body is becoming more adapted to that amount. So instead of using this amount, now you need to double it a bit to get the same high. And over time, they double it until it's in a toxic level, and that's what causes a drug overdose. You got kids, right? The first time you spank your kid, you may have cried like hell. They're like, ah! And all over the place. After a while, that level of spanking becomes negligible to the child. They don't respond the same way because they become accustomed to it, right? Your body is designed like that. You do something over and over again, your body is going to become adjusted and accustomed to it. Now, how does that come into the insulin? If you're constantly spiking your insulin levels like this, if you're constantly spiking your blood sugar levels, your cell receptors, to protect from this constant fluctuation, they are going to become more resistant to insulin. So let me just call some numbers. Let's just say insulin went up level 1. That would have caused it to open the door and let the blood sugar into the cells. The next few times around is going to require 2 levels up. And it's going to require a level 3, a level 4 spike before you can get the same effect. Eventually, when you're getting up to, like, I'm just calling numbers now, right? Level 6, level 7, it's going to become so resistant, that cell, to that insulin spike, that it no longer opens that cell to allow that extra blood sugar in. And that's when you become pre-diabetic. When your insulin levels are so high in your blood that it doesn't matter how much insulin is pumped, the cells never open up to take in that blood sugar and take in that extra blood sugar and take it out of the bloodstream. And all of blood sugar just stays there, and what the body does, just pump more insulin, more insulin, more insulin. The levels getting higher, 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 and that's how you become pre-diabetic and eventually become a diabetic. Now, the sad part is most of this stuff shows up when you are in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, right? So not only are you dealing with a symptom of your doctor telling you, hey, you're pre-diabetic, you got age against you, right? You're not as flexible or as agile or as filled with energy as you used to. You got midlife crisis going through. Your body's not working the way it should. And all of this normally piles up then. So I was making the point of constantly eating and why I introduce time restricted eating as one of the first things. And anybody listening to the show tonight, you should at least do some level of time restricted eating. I'm gonna show you how to do it, right? So this is how you normally do. Now, when you do time restricted eating, right? Let's just use the basic level. Let's just split this in two. Let's just call it 12 hours, right? 12 hours. So we split the day in half, a 24, then 12 and 12. Let's say you give your body 3 or 12 hours to rest. So you're still gonna have some meals. So this is how it's gonna work. As a matter of fact, let's do it this way. Let's put the same amount of spikes. Let's see you have the same amount of meals. So you had your spike there, and you're spiking. Now look at the difference. Even though you're spiking, same frequency, you have an extended period where the blood sugar and insulin levels get a chance to come back to normal. Right? Here's the other part. When you are constantly eating, you are constantly working your stomach. So thanks to technology, we can now work just like I am here. It's 9 o'clock in the night, well, 8:18. Technically it's dark after sunset, but I'm still working because light is on, right? So I can still have opportunity to eat if I wanted to. Because we're eating so frequently, we are not giving our stomach a chance to rest, which is why, again, as we age, we have all of these digestive issues start surfacing. Now, with the time-restricted eating, there's one part of the day dedicated to eating, the other part dedicated to restoration. Your stomach also gets a chance to rebuild, to recuperate, to regenerate, right? Because it's not always taxed. Think of it like this. You are a living organism, just like your stomach. If I'm always working you always have to be working, like, let's say I'm calling you to do something every 3 hours. Hey, come, I need to help me lift up this. Hey, I need to come and take this. I need to go and cook that meal. I need to take this down the road. And you are hardly getting rest. Eventually, you're going to burn out, right? What do you think is happening to your stomach? Your stomach is a living organism, right? And you're constantly demanding it to digest food, to break down. Without sufficient rest, it is eventually going to become weaker and sicknesses is going to follow. Now, here's the next thing. When you do it this way, your body, even though it's working, now has a chance of no food intake, it's undisturbed, and it can do rest and also repair. Now, when you start intermittent fasting, here's the next thing that's going to happen. You're going to find that your meal frequency will drop. Because you have such a limited window to eat, let's say 12 hours in this case, there is no way you can fit 6 meals in 12 hours, right? So you find your meal frequencies is going to start to come down. So from eating 6 times, 7 times per day, now you're only eating 3. Now look at that. Look at the difference in spike. Look at the difference in these high blood sugar levels. Only 3 times as opposed to 6 times. Only the first part of the day as opposed to the entire day. What do you think is happening in this period? Now your cells are becoming more adaptive. Your body is becoming more insulin sensitive, and you are beginning to move away from that pre-diabetic state, right? Here's the next thing about insulin. When insulin levels are high in the blood, it's a signal to tell the body to store. So when insulin levels are low in the blood, it's a signal to tell the body to burn. By intermittent fasting, you are now giving insulin levels a chance to drop. You are now giving your body a chance to coordinate fat. So what's that my marker? Fat burn, right? So you see how all this works? So it's not just about giving your stomach a rest, bringing your body more insulin sensitive. You're also giving your body a chance to burn. Now here is a next thing I've noticed. And you're gonna notice like tonight I'm kind of like all over the place, right? But I'm still coming back to that basic formula, right? Here's the next thing you're gonna notice. Let us bring in a couple of things. So we just did intermittent fasting work. And as we said, intermittent fasting works by bringing that caloric intake down because you now have a shorter window with which to eat. One more thing I'll say in intermittent fasting, like I said, everybody should be doing at least some level of intermittent fasting. And the easiest way to do it is fast for at least 12 hours each day. Now, right off the bat, you'll be like, 12 hours, that's hard. Actually, it's not. Check this out. So tonight, most of us have already had our last meal, right? Is there anybody in this chat that hasn't had the last meal yet, hasn't had dinners yet? Right, so I'm assuming everybody has had dinner, right? So let's just call it 8 o'clock. Everybody had the last meal by 8 p.m. 12 hours from 8 p.m. is what? Obviously 8 a.m. So if you don't eat anything until 8 a.m. tomorrow, you have automatically just fasted for 12 hours. And the easiest way to do it, if you're an early eater, move your dinner back an hour earlier. So if you're somebody who eats at 7 a.m., then try and finish eating the night before by 7 p.m. That's easy. You could either move your dinner earlier hour back or move your breakfast earlier hour forward until you get to that 12-hour mark. Now, once you get there, you can try and go as high as you can go. Now, we typically recommend 16-8. So 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours in a fed state. That's the typical balance. But just starting off, just try at least 12 hours. And if you guys could just try it just this week, even if you do it for like 2 times, just try it, right? You're going to give your body a chance to rest. You're going to find that your caloric intake is going to go down. You're also going to give your body a chance to start releasing some of that stored fat because your insulin levels are going to come down, right? So that's intermittent fasting. Now, let me show you guys how the exercise fits into this. So, if we want the scale to turn this way, we either have to push the calories up, boom, or we have to pull the calories down, right? So we have to push the, let me just put a word here that makes this easy. Metabolism or energy burn, right? So we need to do something to either increase our metabolism or we need to do something to ensure that we are taking less food, right? That's the easiest way to do it. So let me go over to exercise. When you are exercising, what exercising is that you are adding additional energy requirements. So you are requiring your body to work hard. As a result, you are burning more energy. As a result, you are pushing the scale this way. So you're going to go into fat burning mode, right? Now, when you tap that with a healthy eating, then you're having more of a top, more of a tilt. Y'all see this? Everybody can see this? Right? You're having more of a tilt. So by just moving the calories, maybe you have that tilt. But when you start to eat healthy, you're moving both sides. And you're going to have a greater tilt. Of course, you're going to have a greater burn. Now, there are certain exercises. I'm going to give you all some of this. Again, so yeah, I got some things to try this week. There are certain exercises that you can do that is going to reduce the time working out, but increase the burn. So typically, we've been told we should do at least an hour of cardio, right? An hour of cardio at the gym. Most of us do not have an hour to do cardio. Like I don't have an hour to do cardio every day, right? So what I recommend is a type of exercise called HIIT, high intensity interval training. And it's simply walking, pushing all the work in a compressed period of time. Now you can do HIIT in as low as 10 minutes per day. And that's all I'm gonna give you out for tonight, 10 minutes per day, right? And how you'll do it, you have, for those 10 minutes, let's break it up into just 1 minute. So 60 seconds, right? 1 minute. You can split this 60 seconds just like we did the intermittent fasting. Remember we had a portion of fed and a portion of fasted. You're going to split the 60 seconds up right down the bat. So starting out. So you're going to exercise for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds. And you repeat that for 10. When you repeat that 9 more times, it should be 10. Right? So that's 1 and then 9 more times, it should be 10. So let me give you an example. Let's use skipping. You got a timer. And there are 8 timers out there. So once that thing says start, you're going to skip for 30 seconds. When the 30 seconds finishes, you stop. Rest for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, start again. Skip for 30 seconds. And you repeat that 10 times, that's 10 minutes. In that period, you would have burned more calories than if you went and did a 45-minute walk. So if you just went outside and walked for 45 minutes, or went and walked around the park, went on the block, went in the savannah for 45 minutes, you would burn more calories in that 10-minute period than you would have in that 45 minutes of walking. So please incorporate HIIT, and I just show you an easy way. Starting out 30 is an easy way. In that minute, 30 seconds you work, 30 seconds you rest. Now let me show you all some stuff here. Let's say Jason, you got no skipping rope. I only got a resistance band. No problem, cool. So get your timer. I got my resistance band here too, right? Get your timer. We're gonna start it, first minute. So we're gonna start it, and it goes for 30 seconds. So we're doing our biceps curl for 30 seconds. Beep, it stops, rest for 30 seconds, boom, start again. Do that, right? And just doing that style of workout, you guys are gonna find that you are gonna get greater gains, and each workout is gonna be more effective than if you just did a steady pace, walk, jog, cycling for like 45 minutes. And you're actually gonna feel your heart rate go up. So I just show you all my strategy to working out, right? In just 10 minutes. And 10 minutes, everybody can do 10 minutes. It takes you about 15 minutes to eat. You can fit in a 10-minute exercise, right? And by doing this now, what you are going to do, you're going to increase your calorie expenditure, or the amount of energy you burn, or your metabolism. You're going to tilt the scale this way, which is the fat burning section, right? Everybody got that? So, I said all this to say is that no one thing is better than the other. They are all tools to speed up the process. And supplements, let's go down to supplements. So let's say that you are going with a fat burning supplement. Now, what your fat burning supplements tend to do, they tend to rev up your metabolism. So without changing anything else, they are going to push the scale this way more. So you're going to be expending more calories, and as a result, your fat burn is going to increase. So I hope all this is making sense. There's so much ways, and let me write them here on the board again. Intermittent fasting, right? Ketosis, or ketogenic diet. Juicing. Lystra, I know you're on here tonight, right? What's it called again? Drink to shrink, right? Juicing, right? So that's one of them. Juicing. Paleo diet. Low carb diet. Let's go through the workouts. HIIT. Resistance training. What else we got? Tabata. Now all these are workout styles, right? And in the middle we got subs. So all this seeks to do, all these here, let me just turn the screen down a bit. All these here are tools in your weight loss kit. The more of these tools you use, the faster you're going to hit your weight loss goals. So the HIIT is going to increase your caloric burn. The resistance training is going to increase your caloric burn. Tabata is going to increase your caloric burn. Supplements increase your caloric burn. Intermittent fasting is going to reduce the amount of calories you take in. Ketosis, same thing. Juicing, same thing. Low carb, same thing. And the more of these you use, the greater of a tilt you're going to get in that scale, and the faster you are going to burn fat. So when it's all said and done, fat burn comes down to taking in less calories than you are expending. So eating less than you are burning. There are multiple ways you can do this without having to count calories, especially at the beginner level. Intermittent fasting is the easiest one. 12 hours, started with just 12 hours per day. Right, that's the easiest one. Then you can add in some exercise. A nice HIIT workout, just 10 minutes. That is going to help to tilt the scale this way. Right? And this is how it all works. Now, let me show you guys something, right? I've not been always talking about weight loss on this channel. Let me show you guys weight gain. And this one is important because this is what I'm trying to get. If you guys can see here, I'm actually trying to bulk up, right? So I have a high metabolism naturally. So when I am trying to get bigger, it's extremely hard for me. But let me show you how I would take this same formula and gain muscle with it. And this is my last point before we wrap it up. Now, if I want to gain, it means now I have to ensure, let me switch the arrows around. I have to ensure that my calories in are greater than the amount of calories I am burning. Right? Now, this is a muscle building example. I have to ensure that my calories, the amount of food I take in, is greater than the amount of calories I'm burning. If I don't do that, I will never build muscle. Right? So how would I do that? I normally intermittent fast 16-8. So the first thing I'll be doing is reducing my intermittent fast to 12 hours. So I'm reducing now because I need to get my calories in up. Supplements. I'll be using supplements that will help to bring up my protein content and also raise my calories. So that's my calories in going in there as well. I'll also be using supplements that is going to help to rebuild my muscles a lot faster. Now my workouts are going to be, and this is a little bit advanced, but I'll teach you it anyway. My workouts are going to be heavier weights, heavy, and low reps. So what that is going to do, that is going to tear my muscles faster, and you build muscles when you tear them, and they will build bigger. So I'm going to lift heavier, and I'm going to train low reps. Now, HIIT workouts, Tabata workouts, I will limit these because my goal is to build muscle, right? Now, once I've gotten up to the stage where I want, then I'll introduce these back in more. So if I used to do HIIT 5 days a week, I may just do it twice per week. Once I've gotten back to the stage that I want to maintain, then I'll bring it back to 5 days per week so that I can back into maintenance stage. So you guys see how I've taken the same formula that I've just teach you to lose weight and turn it into a muscle building formula. Using my intermittent fasting, I reduced it so I can get more calories in. I can spend more time eating, which is not something I like to do, by the way. But again, I will still be eating and giving myself that 12-hour rest because remember, we want that stomach to have time to recuperate. I'll also be using supplements to bring up my calories. Then my workouts will be heavier. High weights, heavy weights, low reps. I'm going to reduce my high intensity workout frequency from 5 days a week to about 2. I'm going to reduce Tabata as well. So this way, I will be reducing my calories out and increasing my calories in, and my body will go into muscle building, muscle gain stage. Same formula, different direction. I just want to show you guys how that works as well, right? So, hope you guys understood this. And this is something like is really, really important to keep in mind when you are on your weight loss journey. Your goal is always the same. If you want to lose weight, ensure that your calories that you consume are less than the calories that you are burning, right? So this way, your body will go into a deficit, right? And there are ways you can do this. You don't have to go on a calculator and be counting, okay, just eat a popcorn and punch it in. There's a time and place for that, but beginning, starting out, you don't need to do that. The only thing you need to start doing is intermittent fasting. Oh, and this is something I forgot to mention, by the way. Great thing that we came back to it. Intermittent fasting and try to eat your foods as close to their natural state as possible. Here's why. Foods found in nature tend to be lower on the caloric scale than processed foods. So for example, you can eat a whole corn or two, and you can eat the same amount in terms of like weight in white bread, and you will find the calorie in the white bread is a lot higher compared to the corn. Right? Same thing with our fruits, same thing with our vegetables, with our ground provisions. The calories in them tend to be lower than the processed food. So if you compare it with your deep frying KFC chicken, your burgers, these kind of stuff, you're gonna find the calories in these are whopping. So if you put them, if you want to put the same amount in my hand of a deep fried burger compared to a Tanya or a Dashin or a Yam, you'll find the Tanya or Yam calories is like down here, and the same amount in KFC. I'm trying to stay on screen. Same amount in KFC maybe like up here. So right off the bat, your calories in is going to go up if you eat more processed foods. Without having to count calories, the easiest thing to do is just eat more natural foods. More naturally formed foods, you're going to find that your calories in is going to be a lot less. Intermittent fasting, try that for at least, just aim for 12 hours. And if you have the time and you want to exercise, make your favorite workout HIIT. So HIIT can also work for people who like walking. If you like walking, you can do the same thing. So you got your timer, 30 seconds, you walk fast, 30 seconds, you take your time and walk. 30 seconds, you walk fast, you shorten your walk period, and you will get more from that actual exercise, right? So I hope this helps. I just want to discuss this tonight because I know a lot of people are confused about which one is best. None is better than the other for losing weight, right? It's just the one that is best is the one that you can stick to. I think that's the best way to answer that. Which diet is best? The diet that is best or the program that is best is the one that you can stick to. Because intermittent fasting might be good for me, but you hate fasting, so that doesn't work for you. You might prefer eating more natural foods to lower the caloric scale, or you might prefer HIIT workouts. So always choose one that you can stick to. That's number one. Number two, remember all these things, intermittent fasting, ketosis, supplements, all these are tools to get you towards your goals, right? All these are tools. You use, the more of them you use, the faster you're going to hit your goals. But you want to ensure that the ones that you use are ones that you can maintain for a long period, because consistency is what wins in weight loss, not necessarily variety, right? So you can be doing everything for 30 days, you may get some results fast, but after that you fall off the wagon and you're right back to where you started. As opposed to someone who is consistent with only one, maybe just intermittent fasting, but they can do intermittent fasting for a whole 6 months or a year. Their results obviously are going to be more impactful and more long lasting than yours. So choose one that you can stick to. I've given you a bunch of options here. You choose the one that you like the best and make sure you just stick with it. All right. So hope you all got value from this live tonight. As you notice, I didn't even put out a topic for the live because I wasn't even sure what I was going to call this. So I said, you know what, I would just come here tonight. I'm going to grab my whiteboard because on the whiteboard I can teach a lot better, as you guys can probably tell. And I'm going to just freestyle. So that's what we came up with. That's the weight loss formula right there. Keep it basic. Keep it basic, right? Don't try and overcomplicate this thing. It is easy. Losing weight is easy. You just want to make sure that you're burning more than you take it in. And you don't have to count calories to do that. Just eat natural foods and try some level of intermittent fasting, time restricted eating. Get your movement up, right? It's really easy. When you started trying to complicate it and try this diet and then try that diet, then obviously you won't get any result. Because if you're not sticking with it long enough, you're not going to see any meaningful results. And then you're going to say, oh, this diet doesn't work, or that doesn't work, or HIIT doesn't work, or intermittent fasting doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work, it's that you don't work it long enough to see results. So every diet works. Every program works. You don't work it long enough to see results. So stop blaming the program. Stop blaming these things. Pick one. Commit to it for at least 30 days. Start for 30 days. You get some results, you're happy with it, move on. Keep doing it. You don't have any results with that one, go for another 30 days. Now it could be that, generally speaking, no, 30 days is enough time for you to get some results. If you don't see any results, then contact me and we'll help you out. All right, y'all take care. Y'all be blessed. This week. Oh, by the way, ladies, remember we have, for all of you who have participated in the survey and helping us to create the virtual gym. So FitMa is going to be releasing the first Caribbean-wide virtual gym, right? And I'm going to give all of my members and fans a special offer to join that. It's going to be, trust me, it's going to be exactly what you asked for. So everything that you asked for in there, we're just going to take the majority and make it that. So the pricing is going to be what you asked for. The programs, the timings, the frequencies, whatever you put in that survey, that's what we're going to be billing off of. And then also this week we have open, or we will be opening our apparel store and also our supplement. We have now teamed up with a company in States where we'll be bringing supplements to you. Really effective supplements. Talk about raising your metabolism and tipping the scale. It will blow intermittent fasting out of the window. Like you will get results really fast. If you guys think you got results fast last January, then this one is crazy. So right now we're in the stage of we're just testing it out. And then once that approves, we're going to be rolling it out. Now, as I said in this week, and if you missed it, because of COVID, all the transportation lines have been broken down, and it's hard for us to operate our shipping from Grenada. So what we have done, we've figured out that the best way to get supplies or products to the hands of our Caribbean nationals and our Caribbean FitMas is to go in a location that everybody has access to. And voila, that is the United States. So our warehouses, our partner warehouses are now in the United States. We know that everybody could ship from the US. So everything will be done from the US and it's all automated. There's no need to message me and say, hey Jason, I need this jersey, or I need this tee tank top, or I need this vest or supplement. It's all automated. You just simply put in your order and they ship it out to your freight forwarder, who will then ship it over to you in whatever country you're in. So been excited about sharing that and releasing that this week. Y'all have yourselves an awesome day, an awesome night, sorry. Stay blessed. Thanks for tuning in as usual. Y'all are the faithful few. More importantly, utilize something that you learned here tonight so that you can be our next testimonial. You can share your results with the world. We can see that this actually works for you, and you can inspire someone to take action, to make that change, and to create a body you're proud of. That's what we're about. Creating, helping mothers and wives, creating bodies that they're proud of, and helping them to regain their lost confidence. Because when you feel good, when you create a body that you're proud of, you're going to feel good and your confidence is going to go up, right? When you don't feel good in your body, your confidence is going to go down, all right? So that's just something to know, and that's what we hear about, and that's what we want to do for you. Have yourselves an awesome weekend, an awesome Sunday. I see the Trinidad market is opening back up. Awesome. Let's hope it all opens back up quick enough so that at Sunday we can meet each other face to face. That would be cool. And until then, y'all take care. Be blessed. Have yourselves an awesome week. Be productive. Get your workouts in. Get your diet based on what we talk here. Eat a little bit more healthy. Eat a little bit more natural foods so that you can not only just lose weight but live long and healthy. In this age where people just dying left, right, and center, I want y'all to be living long and healthy. All right? Y'all take care. Stay sweet.